Hello there and welcome to the channel. I'm gonna be starting up a lot of content on Fortnite because I'm really happy to play this game. It's a lot different than PUBG and other games of its caliber in the Battle Royale genre. With the base building and resource collection aspects alone is enough to really differentiate it, and I'm sure it's going to engrave itself with a solid player base, and I'm really excited to cover this game for the coming future. Anyway, I know a lot of people are sorting after that umbrella which you get for one single win in either squad or solos respectively, and so I'm going to make a video here that's going to give you 10 tips on Fortnite to help you win and therefore get an umbrella. So let's get right into this. Tip number 1. After initially ejecting out of the battle bus, you'll be coming down to descend and activating your glider. However, holding W is actually slower than holding W and A or W and D. When you move in both directions, you go just a little bit faster, which allows you to get onto the ground a little bit before other individuals. This next tip is also incredibly important. You'll want to change two settings in your control. The first one is for more consistent and precise aiming, you'll want to turn your sensitivity down. Now I have an extremely high DPI on my mouse, so the sensitivity here might not be optimal for you. However, you'll want to tune this down to a level where you can make minute adjustments on the go when you're aiming. Try to basically set it so you can move the crosshair at the same speed people are running very comfortably, and this will allow you to keep your shots on them as they try to evade you. The second tip is to do with inventory management, and this is also very important. By default, your button mappings are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 and then XZ, so your final two items are going to be on XZ instead of 5, 6. You'll want to change this yourself and put it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this way you will have less issues when you're trying to switch items in the middle of an engagement. One of the biggest early game advantages that you should be working on: straight after landing, go and grab any golden crates you can get. They have a very audible noise cue to give away their position. Not only do they have a good chance at dropping colored weapons, there's a high chance of getting medkits as well as shield potions, which are very potent in combat. I'll be keeping these tips chronological, and you should be following them in a specific order from early to late game. So this is going to be one of the things you do after you've gotten your crates and other loot from the initial area you landed in. You want to collect as much of the resources that you can for crafting for the late game. Now this is going to be very important for multiple things that we'll get to later in the video as separate tips, but just make sure you have an abundance of wood and metal at least, because they're going to be extremely important for strategies in multiple areas, as well as traversing over difficult terrain. The next tip is directly related to the last one, which is that whenever you are going to get into a combat engagement with an enemy, always use the building system to try to get an advantage over them. A wall that they have to waste ammunition on to destroy and then you can pop around afterwards. Any kind of advantage you can get will give you that added edge in the combat scenario and an extra chance at winning that chicken dinner. Combat is a little bit weird in this game, and there's a few tips I can give you here. First and foremost, the most accurate stance to aim in is when you're holding the right mouse button and crouching while standing still. At close range encounters, of course, however, you'll want to be moving around while shooting rapidly. And another thing to really consider is that when you are moving around, if you haven't actually pressed the right click, your accuracy is actually pretty damn high when you're just moving around hip firing, and this allows you to do some really dodgy close quarters combat bunny hop shotgun kills, but the same principle applies to the assault rifle and all of the other weapons as well. You'll notice that your crosshair starts to get further apart as you shoot more, and you actually need to reset this. There is a cone of fire as that crosshair spreads, and once you reset, the accuracy resets as well. And as an additional tip in combat, you can actually destroy trees that people are hiding behind with just a few assault rifle shots, roughly 5 to 6. And this completely destroys the cover they have, and in certain situations makes them a sure kill. The final tip I'm going to give you, and this is going to be the most important in the late game and why you collected so many resources earlier in the game. When you advance to the final zone, it is very important that you build some sort of fortification that not only gives you an elevation advantage so you can see all of the cover around you in enemy locations, but it should also provide you with a lot of cover yourself, preferably made out of metal, but also large wooden superstructures also work out, as it takes a lot of ammo to even destroy them from the enemy team. You can also use the resources to get into the top of trees and other locations that are very hard to see into. This makes it almost impossible for the enemy to make engagements, and if you destroy the initial path you made, they won't even have a hint of where your location currently is. Anyway guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. These were some quick tips that will really help you get that final win, and hopefully you'll unlock the umbrella very soon. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and a subscribe, and let me know if you want me to cover more of Fortnite and what kind of content you want to see. I've been really enjoying this game. I've got a lot of wins already, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing where it's going. If you want to join me and play squads, we could also do that. That would be awesome. Just let me know what you guys think, and for now, take it easy and peace.